Hey there folks, I'm Lorekkan. Riot released the first champion of the new set, Magic Misadventures. So I'm going to be reacting to Kennen. Let's see what he is all about. Okay, first let's this make full screen. And then, okay, let's start the video.
I possess the secrets of Kinku.
Okay.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud.
Okay, one mana, 2/1, quick attack. Vandal Ionia as expected. When I'm summoned, create a Mark of the Storm in hand. You summoned the same ally 5+ times this game. Oh, it's actually like some people expected, playing the same cards again and again. Okay. I would expect it, him being a cheap card. Okay. Let's see what Mark of the Storm is.
Styles.
Okay.
Styles.
Okay. Grant an enemy Mark of the Storm. If they already have it, remove the mark to stun and deal to them instead. Deal to them instead. Okay. And 0 mana. Fast. Oh my god. What's Yasuo is gonna allow that. Actually, pre-leveled Yasuo deals 4 damage suddenly. Oh, this is so good. 4/0 mana. But you only create it when you summon Kennen, so it may be balanced in that way. Okay. And I love the way that they implemented passive from League. Okay, let's continue.
Firepower solves everything. Your technique lacks technique. I am a student.
We saw those cards yesterday. Dust Monk, when I'm summoned, create a Cloud Stance in hands, and the Cloud Stance give an ally +2 and run and recall me this round. These cards are actually really good. For 1 mana, getting +2 attack is huge. And since you're playing units with recall benefits, this is a good card. Okay.
Student of impeccable breath. Wind, that which has no form. Strikes from angles unexpected.
He creates Mark of the Storm again. Oh,
this is
synergy.
Holding position. I will avenge my student. Balance in all things. We got this.
By the way, music is so good. What's that card?
Extra hands never hurt.
Oh, King Kuei fighter. Oh, level up.
My final move.
What a level up animation. Okay, he becomes 3/2. When I'm summoned, blocked, or attack, create a Mark of the Storm in hand. Okay, he makes a lot of Mark of the Storm, so he stuns everything, and Yasuo just slays them all. Oh my god, Yasuo got final good support.
Wind and thunder. Rain and lightning.
What is this?
Ow! My student, what technique will you use?
Embers of desolation.
This is Tempest. I serve the Kinku. They could not hope to win.
Okay, let's go Twitter to look at the other cards. See if there are any. Okay. 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 Kennen's Lightning Rush, so this is his champion spell. Recall an ally to deal 2 to anything. Okay, so 1 mana expensive Mystic Shots for Bandlesty, but with the downside of being can be disrupted by the opponents. You can also save your ally. This is a good card, I think, but you need to be very careful when using it. You have to you have to cast this to save an ally, and if there's a unit to deal anything, the recall part is more important. Don't throw this spell to deal damage. Just to deal damage. I mean, if you don't have nothing to recall. Okay, let's see Lightning Rush normal version. Ember Monk, we saw this but didn't read that. When you summon another ally, grant me +1. Okay, so this is like Irelia's card, but one of I can't remember the name since I don't use the card, but 2/6 gets attack buff for every ally summoned this round, but this gets only +1, so that got +2, and this grants itself, and it has quick attack. Okay. 4 mana is pretty expensive for this card. I mean, you're not gonna achieve anything by that. I don't see a reason to play this card. Quick attack is not a game ending keyword, so gaining attack is not important. Okay, Rissu the Silent Storm. 5 mana, 1/1. Okay, when I'm summoned, summon a Stormcloud. And Stormcloud is 7/3 impacts. I think that's not a huge payoff, because it's only impacts, just deals 1 damage when it strikes while attacking phase. And it can easily die since it has 3 health and the main body is 2 bad. It's just 1/1. You can when you try to recall this, and the enemy can easily disrupt that. So overall, I think the card is bad. Okay, let's see if there are any other cards in politics. And also, I want to give my impressions about the other cards released before. So let's look at the ones about Kennen. Okay, Thunder Fists, 3 mana, 2/3 with impact. When I'm summoned, if you summon the Thunder Fist this game, transform me into Masa Crashing Thunder. And Masa Crashing Thunder is 3 mana, 5/4 with impact. Okay, so this can be very scary if you play too many times, but you need a good tempo for it, and it needs very much tempo So summoning this again and again is very hard in my opinion. So it might not be that good, but it has some potential. Quicken, 2 mana, recall a unit with 3 or less power. I thought the card was bad, but when you compare it with the card in Nox, what was the name of it? Culling Strike. When you compare it with Culling Strike, you pay 1 less mana, and the opponent must spend extra mana to play that card again. So it can be questioned if you can run this or not, and they're in this, different regions, so it can be thought to put in some decks. Actually, in a Kennen Yasuo deck, you'll probably run this, because why not? Tornado Warrior, this is a very good card. When I'm summoned, grant me +1 and a random keyword. I keep these stat buffs and keywords when I'm recalled. So you continuously recall this card and summon it again and again, and it becomes a very huge unit with a lot of keywords. This takes time, so it might not be tier 1, but it can be at least playable for fun purposes. Overall, I like this card. And in the while watching the video, Kennen video, I talked about this. And there are 3 other cards that aren't related with Kennen. So let's look at them. So there is Minion, Bandle Shadow's cards. Last Breath, create a copy of me in hand at Runland. This Runland is very important. If it didn't have that, the card would be so toxic. And the Shadow's deck would run it, because you can block everything, and you gain lots of time with just playing this card. This card is good in can be good in Nasus Thresh. It can bring that deck again, since you have always a way to a unit to sacrifice, and that is very good for Nasus Thresh. For you, I want to talk about Yordle Captain later, because okay, it's hard to explain. Okay, and there is Grumbleslug, 2 mana 2/3 with Attune. There are lots of cards like this with just Attune. They are not played, so I don't expect this card to be played. Okay, it has fine stats, but yeah, I don't think this card will see much play. Yes, you don't want to attune in a Nami deck that much. I mean, just attune. You need you need other cards that you need cards that have other effects. So these cards don't actually help. Okay, and lastly, there's Yordle Captain. 4 mana 4/4. Thank God it's just in Bundle. If it was in Demas, also in Demacia, it will be way too broken, because any Poppy deck would run it. When you summon another ally with equal or less power than me, grant it +1/+1. Okay, so it grants this one time, but you can play this before Poppy, and you can buff Poppy so she becomes 5-4, and when you attack with Poppy, she makes herself 6-5. So at that point, you can't actually kill her. So GG, I guess. But there's a downside. If you attack on even turns, the card is very bad because it prevents you playing Poppy and attacking it, so you lose very much tempo. At least it's bad in 50% of matches all time, and maybe good in other 50%. The penalty region is a very huge restriction. Thank God it has just penalty. And I wanna look the all of them are penalty. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.